It is the cold, unforgiving shiver of an early February without a playoff game. Since 2014, we have owned the winter. Since 2014, the road to the Lombardi ran through the loudest stadium on the planet. But today, the Red Sea is still. The drums are silent. A 6-11 campaign has stripped the crown from our heads and left us staring into the abyss of uncertainty. We are witnessing the fragility of greatness, the moment where the dynasty breathes heavily, battered by the brutal reality of the NFL parody machine. Our king, Patrick Mahomes, is trapped in the grueling labyrinth of ACL rehab, and the architects at One Arrowhead Drive are swinging the scalpel. The standard of the Hunt family is non-negotiable, and right now, that standard has been breached. But before we go into the lab and break down the tape of this systemic restoration, you need to join the kingdom ranks. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let your voice be heard in the comments. Is the kingdom still the gold standard, or is the throne officially sliding? I'm reading every single one of your takes. Listen to the brutal truth. The 2025 season was a gash to the soul of this city. 6-11, read it and weep. We tried to run it back with the squad that fell to Philly, and it was a short-sighted disaster. We were a shell of ourselves, limping to a third-place finish in the AFC West. And while we are in the midst of our own reckoning, the rest of the division is smelling blood in the water. On this Wednesday, February 4th, 2026, the news out of Nevada is beyond concerning. It is a warning shot. The Las Vegas Raiders have reportedly locked in Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator Klint Kubiak as their next head coach. The deal cannot be official until after Super Bowl LX this Sunday, where Kubiak will lead his Seahawks against the New England Patriots. But the writing is on the wall. The 38-year-old son of Gary Kubiak is bringing that Shanahan-bred schematic genius to our backyard. We are talking about a man who is a relentless grinder, a coach who is at his desk by 4 a.m., analyzing coverage shells before the sun even rises. Sam Darnold called him the most honest coach he's ever worked with. But it gets worse. Rumors are swirling that if defensive mastermind Jim Schwartz forces his way out of Cleveland after being snubbed for the Browns' head coaching gig, Kubiak will make a run to bring that wide nine brutality to the Raiders' defense. Let's get clinical on the chalkboard, because the tactical layering here is PhD level. In 2026, we have to protect the knee. If the Raiders pair Kubiak's zone stretch offense, led by the likely number 1 overall pick Fernando Mendoza, with Schwartz's aggressive front, the AFC West becomes a gauntlet. Mendoza is the inevitable choice at number 1. He is mentally shielded from the media noise, possessing a maturity that reminds scouts of a young Andrew Luck. Kubiak must be a QB-first mentor to unlock Mendoza's cannon of an arm. The Chiefs' 2026 defensive shell adjustments will have to be perfect to neutralize Mendoza's lightning-quick release. We need 12 personnel mismatch strategies to keep that potential Raiders pass rush at bay while Patrick heals. Inside the building at One Arrowhead Drive, the atmosphere is visceral and heavy. One high-ranking AFC West executive told me the Chiefs are vulnerable for the first time in a decade. Denver is 14-3, the Chargers are 11-7 with Harbaugh, and now the Raiders are building a culture with Kubiak and a rookie stud like Mendoza. The kingdom isn't just under attack, it's surrounded. A veteran scout whispered, Reed is watching the Seattle film obsessively. He knows Klint Kubiak is the real deal. If Schwartz joins that staff, Patrick Mahomes will have to be at 110% just to survive the divisional games. A third league insider added,
Everyone in Vegas is talking Mendoza. He possesses a mental fortress that is rare for a college prospect. The Raiders have $90 million in cap space to surround him with weapons. The AFC West throne isn't just sliding, it's being ripped away. Think about the biographical DNA. Patrick Mahomes has the transcendent vision of Len Dawson, but in 2026, he needs the pure, unadulterated grit of Derek Thomas to survive this rehab. And Chris Jones, we need interior devastation that rivals Buck Buchanan to rattle a rookie like Mendoza. Xavier Worthy has game-breaking speed, but he has to be the lightning bolt that shocks a potential Jim Schwartz defense. We are linking the DNA of the 60s dominance to a 2026 reality where every Sunday is a battle for survival against a division that has officially grown up. But we cannot ignore the historical gravity. The Hunt legacy was built on innovation and resilience. In the 60s, we dominated with a physicality that defined an era. Under Andy Reid, we became a passing juggernaut. But in 2026, the Arrowhead mystique is being challenged by a new generation of coaches and quarterbacks. Kubiak is not just a coach, he is a legacy carrying the weight of a championship pedigree. He brings the same stoicism and tactical brilliance that we once used to rule the AFC. The Raiders are not just building a roster, they are building a culture of mental toughness. Mendoza's ability to tune out the noise and focus on the micro details of the playbook is the exact trait that Mahomes used to ascend the throne. We are seeing a mirror image of our own rise to power. If Kubiak can sync his 4 a.m. work ethic with Mendoza's blinded mentality, the Chiefs are looking at a decade-long civil war within the division. We are at a crossroads. The 2026 offseason is the reckoning. We are facing a roster in flux, a cap deficit that would make a billionaire flinch, and a division that is rearming with elite coaching and Heisman talent. But this is Andy Reid's arena. He has rebuilt this engine before. He has to do it again. The Red Sea never reconsiders. We reload, we rebuild, we reign. How about those Chiefs? We stand until the final whistle. We fight until the clock hits 0. The kingdom is tested, the crown is bent, but we are Kansas City, and the hunt for 2026 has officially begun. The dynasty isn't dead, it's just evolving. Kubiak is coming, Mendoza is waiting, Mahomes is counting down, and the chopping of wood has commenced. We are the kingdom, and the kingdom stands united.